Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Brothers and sisters, as you know that we have started the Tafseer of Surah Al-Fatiha, the most important and useful surah of the Holy Quran. It is the first chapter which has all the beauties of the Quran itself. In this surah, all knowledge of Holy Quran is being set up. So this surah has 7 verses revealed in Mecca as well as in Medina. We have discussed last week about this, and then we go for the names and titles of the surah. There are 9 titles, we have discussed on them. Fatihatul Kitab, the opening of the book. Kitab, the basis of the book. Asasul Quran, the foundation of Quran. Sab'ul Mathani, the surah which has 7 verses and revealed twice. Once in Medina, once, and the other one is in Makkah. Al-Wafiyah, full of benefits. Al-Kafiyah, the comprehensive surah. Al-Shafiyah, the source of curing. As-Salat, the supplication. As we know that without this surah you can't even pray your salah. And the 9th name of this surah is Al-Hamd, the praising one. Okay, the important point is when we name Fatihatul Kitab, itself indicates that the Quran was already compiled in the Holy Prophet's time. It is not credit for any Sahaba to claim that we have compiled this Quran. No, the Quran was already being compiled because the name itself shows this. When you say Fatihatul Kitab is the opening, means the whole Kitab was already being compiled in the period of Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Okay, and we I already discussed about the virtues of the surah, the fazilat of surah, and there are 7, the main of the fazilah. We already discussed on that. This is very important surah. The shaitan will run away if you read this surah. Keep reading this surah in order to strengthen your iman, and your faith would be strengthened. And there are many other benefits of this surah. Now we come to the actual tafsir of this surah. The first verse, as well as the first verse of the Holy Quran, is Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. And there is a difference between Shias and Sunnis here. Unfortunately, the majority of Sunnis, they don't believe that this verse is part of Surah Al-Fatiha or part of Holy Quran. Why? Because of Muawiyah, in the enmity of Ahlul Bayt, especially Molana Ali, he has introduced reciting Quran without reciting Surah Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Ignoring Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, reciting the rest of the verses just to show the enmity of Amir Mu'min. Why? Imam Ali used to emphasize on this verse, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. And not only he was emphasizing, he was showing his pride of having connection with these great verses. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, as we already discussed last week. Okay, amongst all beings, only Allah is eternal. Obviously, everyone knows that. Bismillah. Why we start with the name of Allah? Because Allah is eternal power, all knowledge, all strength, all whatever you think as a beauty is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah is all beauty. So we have to start with the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Therefore, everything and every activity should begin with His holy name. Alright? Tafsir of this verse. Come on. Allah is the most inclusive name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You know, when we say Allah, there are many other names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We say Rahman, Rahim, Kareem, and Qawi, Amin, and Qahar, Jabbar, Ghaffar. There are many names, right? There are 99 names mentioned in the Holy Quran as well as in the Hadith, but only the name which includes every other name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the name of Allah. The name Allah is the inclusive name, is the only name that refers to all of His attributes. Okay. Now, what about Bismillah? When we say Ba, what is Ba? Ba is used for isti'ana. The letter Ba is used for isti'ana. Isti'ana means seeking help. Right? So we always seek help. Why? Because we are so dependent. We are completely needful people. We need all the time. So if we are needful, we need help. So who is the best helper? Obviously Allah. So that's why this ba is for isti'ana, means seeking help. So if you do the proper translation of Bismillah, we say in the name of Allah. But actually, translation should be with the help of Allah. हम उर्दू में इसको कहते हैं सहारा अल्लाह के नाम, यानी कि शुरू करता हूँ अल्लाह के नाम. वो तो आम तौर से कहते हैं शुरू करता हूँ अल्लाह के नाम का. But that is not the true meaning of Bismillah. Bismillah means मैं सहारा लेता हूँ अल्लाह के नाम का. I seek help with the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So if you say in the name of Allah, it means with the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Got the point? Very good point. Okay, the second one is when you say ba and then ism, right? Ism, what word is this ism? Ism is phrase in Bismillah. Bism, ba and ism. Actually, ism is an Arabic word coming from the root word of sumu. Sumu means with the meaning of highlighting something or evaluation of something, right? So why we put name for the children when they get birth? When they born, we put the name. Why? Because we want to differentiate this person with others, right? So actually we are evaluating that person. So that's why here is means the name. Alright? And as we know that the Allah is the best name for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Alright. Allah's general and specific mercy. We have discussed last week as well. There are two other names associating with Allah in this great ayah. The ayah of Bismillah. Come on. Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim means Allah is the greatest name, the all-inclusive name, and the other two names, Ar-Rahman and then Ar-Rahim. In Bismillah Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, we mention three names. Allah, the greatest name, all-inclusive name. Number two, Ar-Rahman, and number three, Rahim. So these two names, Rahman and Rahim, we have discussed before. Ar-Rahman and Ar-Rahim are adjectives, both taken from the root word of Ar-Rahma. Rahma means, come on, mercy. Yes, Rahma, Rahmat, mercy. Ar-Rahman refers to the general mercy of Allah which is bestowed upon all creatures, including the enemies, infidels, atheists, the enemies of Allah, right? Those who curse Allah, right? But still, whatever they got is from the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's mercy. In this world, Allah's mercy is for all, even to the enemies, infidels, kafirin, mushrikeen, even animals, whatever you see as a mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is Rahman. So in Arabic phrase, you say Rahman is the specific name of Allah. No one can put or use for anyone except Allah. You can't put your name as Rahman. Can you? No. It has to be something associating with Ar-Rahman, like Abdul Rahman or Khalilur Rahman, the friend of Rahman or the servant of Rahman, right? Without associating any other word, you cannot put the name Allah to anyone. Why? Because the only Allah can show the message to even the enemies. Okay? So no one has this great attribute. So the Rahman is Ismul Khas. Ismul Khas means the specific name of Allah. But the meaning in the mercy is for all. The mercy is for all. Ismul Khas, Sifatul Am. Sifat means the attribute. This attribute of mercy is for all. But the name Allah is specifically for Allah. Okay. What about Rahman? Rahim refers to the specific mercy bestowed upon believers only. Rahim is only for mu'mineen. So we have to be proud of being mu'min because we have all shares of mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In Rahman, we are sharing mercy of Allah with all other creatures, right? And even Rahim is only for us as a mu'min, okay? Now, the question was, is this verse a part of each surah? The Sunni says no, but Shia says yes, it is part. If I ask you that what are the reasons for the Shias to claim that Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim is the part of Quran as well as part of all surahs except Surah Al-Tawbah, right? Surah Al-Baqarah. What would be the answer? Try first. From you guys. I'm going to ask you first. Reason. Why you claim that this Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim is the part of every surah except Surah Al-Fatiha. We claim that, okay? While Sunni they say no, right? Forget about them. Just focus on what we believe. So why we believe that the Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim is the verse, part of the Surah Al-Fatiha as well as part of all other surahs except Surah Al-Tawbah or Surah Al-Baqarah. What would be the reason or what would be the proof? Yes?
Best ayat.
Sorry?
Is it the best verse?
Yeah, obviously, best word. They can say that the Holy Prophet can add something because it is best word. Being best word is not sufficient reason to be the part of the Holy Quran. Yes? Quran means exactly revealed to Holy Prophet from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? So when we say Quran, part of Quran, it has to be proven that it is part of Holy Quran. One reason we have discussed last week, who remembers? One of the names Allah has given to Surah Al-Fatiha is Sab'ul Mathani. The surah which has 7 verses and revealed twice. The meaning of Sab'ul Mathani in all Shia Sunni books, one of the names of the surah which is mentioned in the Holy Quran itself is Sab'ul Mathani. Sab'ul Mathani means having 7 verses and revealed twice. The proof of being this verse, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, as part of the surah is this name of the surah, Sab'ul Mathani. If you ignore Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, count the verses of Surah Al-Fatiha. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, Ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Maliki Yawmiddin, Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in, Ihdina as-sirata al-mustaqim, Sirata alladhina an'amta alayhim ghayri al-maghdubi alayhim wa lad-dallin. It will be only 6. So the proof of being this verse, ayat of Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, part of Quran, is that verse in the Holy Quran and the name of this surah itself. The name itself says that this is the part of, come on, part of Quran. What? Bismillah. We're talking about Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. The second beautiful reason is every Quran you open, printed in Saudi Arabia or in Egypt or in Iran or anywhere else, you see Bismillah has been mentioned there. So if it was not part of the Quran, it shouldn't be mentioned in every surah, in the beginning of every surah. That means that it is part of surah. If you deny, you should bring something above all these reasons. They have no reason except the tradition of Muawiyah. Recite salawat.
Allahumma salli ala
Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Come to the second verse. Alhamdu lillahi Rabbil Alameen. Praising the Lord of the worlds for His endless bounties which have surrounded us thoroughly. When we say Alhamdu, means all praise is dedicated to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When we say all praise, if I praise you, your beauty, your beautiful voice, your face, your talent, your ability, your car, your house. We praise all the time, yeah? We praise the beauties existing in everywhere. We sometimes praise the flower, right? But we have to remember that all praise is dedicated to Allah. What does it mean? Why we praise to all people? The answer is simple. That every beauty which is being praisable is created by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So it returns back to Him. Yeah? If you say, he is a good man, having good face, you're praising him, but all is being given to him by, come on, by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Just mention Allah's name, so you get more sawab, right? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is actually creator of all beauties which requires praise. Right? So that's why we say Alhamdulillah, means all praise belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Lillah. Lillah means for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Rabbil Alameen. The other attribute of Allah, other name of Allah is Rabb now. Alright? Now, what is the meaning of Hamd? When we say Alhamdu, Hamd. There are two words in Arabic for praising. किसी की तारीफ करना हो तो दो लफ्ज इस्तेमाल करते हैं, एक मदह और दूसरा है हम. कहते हैं ना, किसी ने मदह की, अहले बैत की मदह की किसी ने, ठीक है, मदह करना, तारीफ करना, या फिर हमद करना. दो लफ्ज हैं मगर दोनों के अलग अलग माने हैं. मदह के क्या माने हैं? There are two words in Arabic for praising. One is madh, for praising someone or something in general. In general we say ये बहुत अच्छा है, ये फला है, ये फला है, हम उसकी मदह करते हैं, उसकी ब्यूटी बताते हैं, उसकी खूबी बताते हैं. मगर हमद ऐसा नहीं. हमद is something different, exclusively used to praise someone for their deliberate and voluntary favors, such as praising a generous person, someone who is willingly donating to you, showing generosity. That is something we use the phrase hamd for that. But after revelation of this verse, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, hamd, the word hamd, the phrase hamd is completely dedicated to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? That's why the word hamd cannot be used to praise anyone else, even Holy Prophet. You do madh, the other one. You do madh, you don't do hamd. Hamd is only for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Got the point?
Yep.
Alright. Now, Alhamdulillah. After that, Rabbil Alameen. He is the Lord of worlds. Rabb, the term word. Rabb, naam Allah ka hai. Kya matlab iska? Refers to the owner of something who actively nurtures and enhances it. कोई चीज खुद बनाए, उसका ओनर हो और उसकी केयर लुक आफ्टर भी करे, तो उसको कहते हैं रब. मगर ये अल्लाह के सिवा किसी को हम यूज नहीं कर सकते, क्योंकि the actual creator and the carer is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Alright? So this term is used exclusively for Allah, and when used in Arabic to refer to others, we have to add something with Rabb. That's, for example, Rabbud Dar. Rabbud Dar means the owner of that house. Yeah? Or Rabbul Ibil, as Abdul Muttalib has disclosed to Abraha. You know that, Abraha. Why you don't care about, I'm trying to attack your Baytullah, your house of God, and you don't care about it. He said, I came from my camels, because I am the owner of camels. And walil bayti rabbun, and that house got his own owner. So I am Rabbul Ibil. He said, Ana Rabbul Ibil. I am the owner of camels. So if you want to use Rabb for others, you have to add something else with the word Rabb. Otherwise, it is not permissible for anyone to use the word Rabb for anyone, even for Ali alayhi salatu wasalam. People, they do, and that is shirk, and it is ghuluw. Okay? So what is the meaning of Alameen? Obviously, Alameen is a plural of Alam. Alam means the world. And Alameen means the worlds. What worlds are there? Alright? It denotes a collection of different entities sharing common traits and existing within a common time and space, such as who can put an example? We say the world of science. We say this, okay? The world of knowledge, the world of, for example, ignorance, the world of, for example, maybe put some word for word, or we say the woman's world, yeah, the world of men, right? Or we say, even in English we say sometimes, in which world you are living in. You're in ignorance or in the world of knowledge and science and technology. So whatever it is, Allah is the Rabb of all worlds. Rabb of all worlds. And it refers to the universe. When you say universe, the whole galaxies and all the world is inclusive here. Now, Alam is also employed for more broadly to even for the heavens and the other skies and all. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Al-Jathiyah, verse 36, فَلِلَّهِ الْحَمْدُ رَبِّ السَّمَاوَاتِ, the Lord of heavens, وَرَبِّ الْأَرْضِ, and the Lord of earth, رَبِّ الْعَالَمِينَ, the Lord of all the worlds. Alright. Now next verse. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Then we say Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. So we know the meaning of every single letter mentioned in these verses. Come to the third verse. TCR. Ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Again, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim twice. We say Rahman Rahim. And again, in this third verse, we say Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Again, the most beneficent, the merciful. Okay. The meanings are explained before. Rahman, you know the meaning. Rahim, you know the meaning. So mercies of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There are two types of mercies. One is general and one is specific for mu'min, mashallah. But the important point here is that if you read namaz, if you are dedicated to pray your salah, you are mentioning this mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala how many times? Imagine 30 times. Who can calculate and let me know how it is been 30 times every day? Come on, yes, go.
Every rak'ah?
In every rak'ah, there are 17 units, right? In 17 units, we have to recite 2 surahs. First is Surah Al-Rahman, Surah Al-Hamd. And the second is one of the surahs. Okay? Come to the Surah Al-Hamd. If you read Surah Al-Hamd in 17 rak'ah, you have to read at least 10 times. Alright? If you read Surah Al-Hamd 10 times, you repeat Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim twice. In every time you read Surah Al-Hamd. Right? So, actually if you read in 17 rak'ah 10 times Surah Al-Rahman, Surah Al-Hamd, you have recited 20 times Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. 20 times. And then you have to read another surah with Bismillah Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. So 10 times again you read it. Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. In total 30 times you repeat Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. All the time you are mentioning the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Alright. A profound lesson. What is it? Yeah. Understood?
Yep.
We have to adopt this attribute of mercy within ourselves. when we always remember Allah 30 times with this mercy, the attribute of mercy, at least we have to demonstrate it in ourselves, in our society, to our parents, to our brothers, to our sisters, to our neighbors, to our relatives, to our other colleagues, human beings. We have to show mercy because this is Allah has taught how to praise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and mentioning His mercy in 30 times a day, you have to also act accordingly. Right? Okay, the fourth verse. Maliki, come on. Yawmiddin. I want to listen from you as well. Can you read it for me? The fourth verse, fourth ayah. Maliki Yawmiddin. Maliki Yawmiddin means master of the day of retribution. Deen here, Malik means owner. The one who owns a property called Malik. Alright? Yawm means the day. Ad-Deen, Deen means in Arabic retribution. What is it? In Urdu we say jaza. Yawm jaza. Roze jaza. क़यामत के दिन को हम क्या कहते हैं? यौमुद्दीन. यौमुद्दीन मतलब यौम जज़ा. जज़ा का मतलब the reward day, where you get the reward of your deeds, right? Either in negative form of having very strong azab of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, going to hell, or having the positive form of reward, which is known as paradise, right? So the day of judgment is known as day of reward. That's why the translation is known day of retribution. Okay? Okay, focusing on the day of judgment here, why Allah, when Allah is Rabbul Alameen, the Lord of worlds, obviously He is Lord as well as Malik. Doesn't He? He does own the whole world. So why when you read Surah Al-Rahman, Surah Al-Fatiha, why you see Allah is not mentioning as Rabbul Alameen, Maliki Alameen, the owner of everything, everyone? Why specifically mentioning about the day of judgment? Why is it? Who knows the reason? Guess at least. Yeah? कोई? क्यों अल्लाह हर चीज का मालिक है तो खाली क़यामत के दिन का क्यों यहाँ बता रहा है? मालिक यौमिद्दीन, मालिक आलमीन क्यों नहीं है? सोचने वाली बात है. सिंपल आंसर है इसका कि यौमुद्दीन का मालिक इसलिए बताया कि क़यामत के दिन किसी को कोई इख्तियार नहीं होगा. No one will have anything, nothing. There will be no support or help or owning anything. Even father runs away from children. Children runs away from their mother. There is nothing there. Nobody has nothing there. That's why Allah says, I am the Malik of that day when nobody owns anything. But in this world, Allah has given you power, the willpower and the strength. So based on your willpower, you are claiming that you are owning something, right? You're owning car, clothes, house, whatever. You feel that this is mine, right? But that day, nobody will say, this is mine. Even the organs, my own organs are going to say against me, stand against me. Against me. So nothing is mine. Even my tongue is not mine. My hands are not mine. My mind is not mine. Right? Everything is taken off. So that's why Allah is mentioning here to have the belief in the day of judgment where nobody has no ownership. Zero ownership. Alright? So that's why here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned Maliki Yawmiddin. Got the point? If you have a question, just raise your hand and ask. without hesitation. Alright? We got another place where Yawmuddin is focused, right? In Surah Al-Infitar, verse 17 and 19. Look, وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا يَوْمُ and what will show you what is the day of retribution. ثُمَّ مَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا يَوْمُ Again, what will show is putting in for importance, insisting to understand the importance of Yawmuddin. Will show you what the day of retribution is. Yawma, that is the definition of Yawmuddin. Yawma la tamliku nafsun li nafsin shay'an wal amru yawma adhin lillah. It is a day when no soul will be of any avail to another soul, and all command that day will belong to Allah subhanahu. As I said, even my body is not going to support me or assist me or listen to me. No, every part of my body is going to be under the commandment of Allah subhanahu. Alright? So, now the other verse is here from Surah Al-Mu'min, verse 16. يَوْمَ هُمْ بَارِزُونَ لَا يَخْفَى عَلَى اللَّهِ مِنْهُمْ شَيْءٌ لِمَنِ الْمُلْكُ الْيَوْمِ لِلَّهِ الْوَاحِدِ الْقَهَّارِ. The day when people will emerge from their graves, nothing about them will be hidden from Allah. To whom does the absolute domination belong today? To Allah, the one, the all paramount. Now, come to the next verse. إِيَّاكَ نَعْبُدُ وَإِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينُ. You alone do we worship, and of you only do we seek help. That is the most important as well as controversial verse of the Holy Quran. The first part is agreed. Iyaka na'budu. Every single Muslim believes that only Allah has right to be worshipped, right? No one has such status. La na'budu illa hiya. We don't worship except Allah, right? Every Muslim is agreed. But the second part, وَإِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينُ, and you only do we seek help. Here the controversy is that the Wahhabis and Salafis, they say based on this verse, you cannot say Ya Rasulullah, Madad, help me. You can't say Ya Ali Madad, O Ali Madad, help me. You can't say Ya Hussein. You can't say Ya Mahdi. It's all shirk. Why? Because you already say Iyaka na'budu wa Iyaka, come on, nasta'een. But we say that worship is completely dedicated to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You should not worship other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Alright? But seeking help is having some explanation about it. Because in our day-to-day life, every second we are needful to get support. All support is coming from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is for sure. That is Iman. That is for the faith of all human beings, for the Muslims, is that the support is coming from only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But there are sources. From those sources, you receive the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah never helps directly. We worship directly Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There is no problem with that. But having His help, seeking His help, has many means and many sources. The important point is that you should believe that the source, whatever could be, but the main provider of help is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The main important point to understand is that the help is not coming from anywhere but from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But sources can be different. For example, for your having life, healthy life, you need your food, right? Food, Allah never sent you directly to your mouth, right? The farmers, they have to work hard to generate wheat or rice or fruit for you. The all other people, they should work to send it to you. You are going to shop, you buy it, you cook it, and then you eat it. Cooking is not sometimes your job. Your mother is doing it, right? So all these sources are involved in having your food. These sources called wasila. Called what? Wasila. So you can't say, okay, I seek only help from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Mother, mom, I don't want to take food from you. I want to have only help from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, you just sit it down and you get hungry and then you die. By having this mentality, that mentality is unfortunately the Salafis and Wahhabis got this mentality. They say, no, even help is only from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Don't ask help. Why if you stuck in the roadway, what you should do? You bring someone to come and assist you. That thing is not shirk. Ringing someone to ask help, you're seeking help, right? But you say, no, iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. No, I don't want to get any help from anyone. So you stuck there. You're freeze now. You're in big trouble. So Allah, when we say iyyaka nasta'in, means obviously we believe that the main source is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah is helping, but through different wasilas. So we believe in wasila, while they don't believe in, wasila. So, when we say you don't ask for help except from Allah, that's true. We ask only help from Allah, but He has mentioned the wasilas. وَابْتَغُوا إِلَيْهِ الْوَسِيلَةِ. Come to me through wasila. So that wasila has been already defined to us. The people of God, coming from God, having power from God, having knowledge from God, are supporting you, are assisting you. That's absolutely acceptable, not only acceptable, it is, in practice, it is the way, only way. Without wasila, we can't move on. Okay? Alright. The tone is now changed, called iltifat. So far, when we read the Surah Al-Hamd, we used to praise Allah indirectly, saying, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, with the help of Allah, the Rahman, the Rahim. All praise is for Allah, the Lord of universe, and He is Rahman, Rahim, He is Maliki. Come on. Yawmiddin. Now, suddenly you change your tone. Directly say, Oh Allah. So far you said He is. Now you say directly, Oh Allah, we do worship only You, and we do seek help from You. Alright? So, now, that is called in Arabic iltifat, means changing tone from indirect speech to direct speech. And that is the beauty of Surah Al-Hamd. One of the beauties of Surah Al-Hamd is this. Okay. Outcomes of this ayah. Number one, never say that I worship Allah. What you say? We. Iyaka na'budu. We do worship. And we seek help. Right? So here, number one, the unity of worship. And the second one is the unity of acts. The third point which we should understand and we should take into the consideration is the social aspect of the worship. You should not stand alone. Say, okay, always I pray salat, but in my closed room. I don't go to mosque. I don't pray with jama'ah. Right? I am okay to pray Allah. No, here When we say Iyaka na'budu, we. Wa Iyaka nasta'in, we. Not I. That is the lesson for social aspect of worship. So we need to go and be with others, to try to be with the community rather than being alone. Alright? Okay, a big question. What is it? Why do we seek help from others then? We believe in the oneness of, while we believe in the oneness of Allah. The answer is already done. Wasila. Remember, wasila. Wasila, by believing that they are not the main source. They are just the source, the wasila. Through them, we receive. Okay, come to the 6th verse. I'm going to finish it because I already promised to finish this surah. We need to complete 7 surahs in our next 12 weeks time. So we have to go very faster. Ihdina as-sirat al-mustaqim. Oh Allah, guide us on this straight path, right path. Okay. When you said we only seek help from you, the first help is this. You're seeking help. What is it? Guidance, mashallah. We need guidance before anything else. That is the most important thing to have in our life. The first thing that the servant seeks is guidance to the right path. Guidance is needed even for those who are already guided. Sometimes the question is arise here. The question is that if someone is already guided, why he says in the salat, Ihdina as-sirat al-mustaqim, oh Allah, guide us on the right path. Well, he is already on the right path. So why are you asking? We need to have this guidance constantly. For every single second, we need to have guidance. Otherwise, we will be astray anytime. Alright? The beautiful example for the need of guidance is our oxygen. Yes? You can't stop having oxygen by saying, oh, I already had this before. No, you need to have it constantly. If you want to be alive, जिंदा होने के लिए क्या करना है? मुसलसल सांस लेना है. अगर नहीं मरना है तो फिर सांस को खत्म कर. अगर जिंदा रहना है तो क्या करना है? सांसें लेना है. जैसे कॉन्स्टेंटली हमें सांसों की जरूरत है, वैसे ही हमें कॉन्स्टेंटली हिदायत की जरूरत है. अगर एक लम्हे के लिए भी हिदायत नहीं हुई, we will be crushed. The other example is when you are on the steering, driving steering, taking steering on in your hands. जब तक तुम चला रहे हो, you have to be very conscious, right? You can't sleep, you can't look around, you can't. That's the issue, right? If they get a very 1 second
Distraction.
lose concentration, what they do? They do accident. Our guidance is like that. That's why we always, at least 10 times a day in our 5 times prayers, we seek the help of guidance. That means at least 10 times a day, Shaitan is ready to take us astray. That is the main problem. Shaitan is always there. Innahu aduwwun mubin. Quran says he's the open enemy of you. He is not going to see you are going on the right path without having any problem. No, he is going to distract you. He's going to harm you, take you astray. So that's why you need guidance all the time. Alright? The verse which endures this tafsir or argument is this. Surah Muhammad, verse 17. وَالَّذِينَ اهْتَدَوْا زَادَهُمْ هُدًى وَآتَيْنَاهُمْ تَقْوَاهُمْ. But to those who receive guidance, He increases the light of guidance. Means already we are all guided people. But we should not say, okay, we are already guided people, we don't need guidance any furthermore. No, we need it constantly. Okay? Go to the second question. What is the straight path? Sirat al-Mustaqim. What is it? सीधा रास्ता क्या? The problem again between Muslims. They don't know the definition of Sirat al-Mustaqim. Right? Straight path. What is the straight path? Someone says Quran is the straight path. Okay? They say Umar Nikah. Was it Umar Nikah? The Holy Prophet wanted to write something. He said, no, we don't need anything else. Quran is enough for us. Quran is the right path for us. Okay? Finish. Why it was not the case? So, if somebody says Hadith is the Sirat al-Mustaqim, again, that is not the comprehensive meaning of Sirat al-Mustaqim. What should be the Sirat al-Mustaqim? The right path. Think, not only just listen to me. At least speak a bit. Yeah?
Quran and Hadith.
Yeah, one of them. One of them. Cannot be just Ahlul Bayt. If you ignore Quran, then you are out of track, out of Sirat al-Mustaqim. Yeah? Alright? Now, number one, it can be the pure religion of Islam, comprehensive package, living from Allah to human beings as a way of life, the pure Islam. Number two, the Holy Quran. Number three, prophets, Ahlul Bayt, Imam Ali. We got hadiths on these all. I'm just including the hadiths, right? There are many hadiths about each single part, saying that this is Sirat al-Mustaqim. Okay? But the true meaning is all above. All above is considered to be Sirat al-Mustaqim. Alright? Look, this verse is supporting my argument. Supporting this Surah Al-An'am, verse 161. قُلْ إِنَّنِي هَدَانِي رَبِّي إِلَىٰ صِرَاطٍ مُسْتَقِيمٍ دِينًا قَيِّمًا مِلَّةَ إِبْرَاهِيمَ حَنِيفًا وَمَا كَانَ مِنَ الْمُشْرِكِينَ. Say, verily, my Lord hath guided me to a way that is straight, a religion of right. Here, the pure religion is considered to be the right path, right? But this is not just the case. There are other verses, other hadiths claiming the other parts which we already mentioned. So in general, if you were asked that what is Sirat al-Mustaqim, don't say just Quran, don't say just the religion, don't say just Quran, don't say Al-Baqarah, say all of them. All those who are from God, from Allah, are taking us to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. These are the people who are right. Okay? And the other verse say that the worship of Allah is the right path. وَأَنِعْبُدُونِي هَذَا صِرَاطٌ مُسْتَقِيمٌ. And worshiping for that, this is the straight path. Okay? Surah Yasin, verse 61. Alright, I leave it for you for next week. Was very important verse. The last verse was very important. If you are okay to bear with me another 10 minutes, I can finish it up today. Is it okay? Yeah?
Yeah, Bismillah.
It is okay? Alright. The right path. You got the guidance to the right path. And what is right path? The definition of right path is mentioned in 7th verse, the last verse of this surah. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم. Deliberately I have put 3 different colors in that. Alright? See the colors? There are 3 types of people to recognize the Sirat al-Mustaqim. The right path should be defined with these 3 different types of people. Number 1, people, those who bestow of favors of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Very beloved people. And that people, their way is always right path. Their path is always right. The other group is called Maghdub alayhim. Those who deserve of adab and ghadab of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then third one is the misguided people. Dhalin. Okay? The path of those whom you have bestowed the bounties. These people are actually the righteous one, and this path is the righteous path. Not the path of those inflicted with your wrath. Wrath means azab, right? Nor of those gone astray. That is just the translation. But I have put the colors, 3 different colors, to show there are 3 types of people. Okay. Who are those upon whom Allah has bestowed His bounties? If you ask Sunnis, they say Sahaba, Sahaba. Yeah? They claim that. While the Sahaba are just like us, they are the first audience of the Quran and first audience of the Holy Prophet. The first nation of the Holy Prophet. Alright? So, they claim that all of them, they were always guided people. That is not the case. So who are those upon whom Allah has bestowed His bounties? Come to Surah An-Nisa, verse 69. Allah has mentioned the categories of those who bestowed of His bounties. وَمَنْ يُطِعِ اللَّهَ وَالرَّسُولِ, those who follow Allah and His Prophet, they will be with the people of bestowed one, guided one. Who are they? فَأُولَٰئِكَ مَعَ الَّذِينَ أَنْعَمَ اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِمْ. Number one, مِنَ النَّبِيِّينَ. So all prophets are the guided people, and their way is, come on, the right, the straight path. صِرَاطَ الَّذِينَ أَنْعَمْتَ عَلَيْهِمْ. Number one. Number two, وَالصِّدِّيقِينَ. Siddiqeen means those who always tell the truth. They don't even lie. A single lie should not come out of their mouth. And Sahaba are not like that. Sahaba were fighting each other, blaming each other, accusing each other. They cannot even claim that we are Siddiqeen. Right? And that title, Siddiq Akbar, is very later. Banu Umayyah has generated, projected for Abu Bakr. While that name also was only the name of Amir al-Mu'minin Ali ibn Abi Talib. Even in Sunan Ibn Majah, it is been clearly mentioned. The Holy Prophet said, no one should have this name Siddiq Akbar except Amir al-Mu'minin Ali ibn Abi Talib. If someone claims that he is Siddiq Akbar, he is a liar. The Holy Prophet says, he is a liar. Alright? So Siddiqeen are those who always tell the truth. They never ever tell the lie. So you fall. All Sunnis, Wahhabis, Deobandis, Shias, everyone believe that the Ahlul Bayt are 100% Siddiqeen. If they are not, no one can even claim. Because they were infallible people. They were so pious people. Everyone, even the killer, he was believing that these people are the truthful people. Okay? وَالشُّهَدَى. Again, you see, except Imam Zaman, all our Imams are martyred. Shuhada. وَالصَّالِحِينَ. The fourth one. Those who are good doers. Always they do good. Yes? وَحَسُنَ أُولَٰئِكَ رَفِيقًا. These are the best people for the companion, as a companions. Alright. Who are the last two groups in the verse, in this verse? One is مَغْضُوبَ عَلَيْهِمْ. The second one is ضَالِّينَ. Yeah? مَغْضُوبَ عَلَيْهِمْ. Those inflicted with His wrath. Their path is not the right path. Who are they? Quran mentioned this in Surah Ash-Shura, verse 16. وَالَّذِينَ يُحَاجُّونَ فِي اللَّهِ مِنْ بَعْدِ مَا اسْتُجِيبَ لَهُ حُجَّتُهُمْ دَاحِضَةٌ عِنْدَ رَبِّهِمْ وَعَلَيْهِمْ غَضَبٌ وَلَهُمْ عَذَابٌ شَدِيدٌ. Those who dispute concerning Allah after He has been accepted. These people are the people where they got ghadab and the wrath of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Alright? And these are the people, definitely for them will be terrible punishment. And from this verse, we understand the enemies of Ahlul Bayt. Enemies of Ahlul Bayt. Enemies of Holy Prophet. They are all Maghduba. Right? So their path shouldn't be the right one. Cannot be right. The second group, Al-Dali, those gone astray, obviously. And Imam Sadiq says, The misguided ones are the doubters, those who are always in doubt. They don't have solid faith. Their faith is always shaky, right? And those who do not recognize their Imam of the time. Holy Prophet also said, Allah wa man mata wa lam ya'rif imam zamanihi mata mitatan jahiliyyah. Those who don't recognize their Imam of the time will be die as ignorant. No, here dalin means people are astray. Alright. It is also possible that those who go astray refers to people who are misguided but do not insist on misleading others. Sometimes a person who is misguided, right? Some hadith says that Christians, they misguided but they don't insist you to mislead you or take you from your religion up. Whereas those who have earned God's wrath are those who are both misguided and misguiding others. And they try with all their might to make others like themselves. We can say Zionism. In today's example, Zionists are this kind of people. Maghdub alayhi. Alright? Finish it up. وَآخِرُ دَعْوَاهُمْ أَنِ الْحَمْدُ لِلَّهِ رَبِّ الْعَالَمِينَ. The other verse from Surah Al-Yunus says that not for the beginning, when you start something, it has to praise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Praising from the beginning to the end. To end of this surah's tafsir, we praise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by mentioning this verse of Surah Yunus, verse 10. وَآخِرُ دَعْوَاهُمْ أَنِ الْحَمْدُ لِلَّهِ رَبِّ الْعَالَمِينَ. And their concluding call will be surely the praise is only for Allah, the Lord of the world. Thank you so much. ठीक हो गया? अब आपकी खिदमत में हाजिर हैं अगर सवाल है तो कुछ टाइम. Sorry, आज थोड़ा सा डिले लंबा हो गया इसलिए कि I wanted to just meet up. Yes.